Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ahmed and I'm introducing low-rise construction to you. Before we dive deep into the main topics that will be covered in this course, let me take you through the course administration and information. So this course is worth 6 units of credit. I will be convening the course. Your course lecturers will be Dr. Mohammed and Mr. Ismail. These are both industry personnel. So Mohammed will teach the first couple of weeks, so the first 5 weeks, and then he'll hand over to Ishmael, who will teach the remainder of the course. In terms of the contact hours per week, you will have 2 hours of online lectures with the industry personnel, and then you'll have 2 hours of workshop. Now, some potential topics that you will go through in this course include identifying the different types of plans and reading these plans, so architectural, structural and service plans. Understanding the process of commencing construction for low-rise buildings, so obtaining approvals and site establishments. What takes place during construction, so in terms of demolition, excavation, the structural works that are required in low-rise buildings, the services as well. And then after construction is complete, what's the practical completion certificate and what is an occupation certificate. Now, low-rise construction involves buildings that are classified as type 1 or 10 in the building code, or they can be classes 2 to 9 as long as their gross area is less than 2,000 square meters as specified in the code. So the topics that you will cover will be for buildings that are typically 2 to 3 story heights, maybe 4 at a max. Your learning journey can be described as climbing this huge mountain. At the very bottom, you'll start with the basics. So that's why you'll get introduced to plans, architectural, structural and service plans. You'll understand then the process that's involved pre-construction, during construction and then after construction. And once you acquire all that knowledge, you'll also sort of acquire some skills in terms of independent learning. And then finally, you'll combine everything that you learned, apply it in the real world, so seeing the applications in the real world, and finally you're a boss of low-rise construction. We won't abandon you during your learning journey. That's a promise that I make in all my courses, so you'll have all the support that you need. There's sufficient contact hours for you to ask your lecturers any questions that you feel that you are not sure about. A quote is usually the way I start my courses, and the quote that I chose for this term is that by Ibn al-Haytham, also known as Al-Hazan. And the quote says that if learning the truth is the scientist's goal, then they must make themselves the enemy of all that they read. That doesn't mean, of course, that we'll be providing false information for you guys, but what it means is that you gotta analyze at a deeper level what you read. You gotta acquire the knowledge independently, and that's important for you throughout your university life. An additional quote by me: do not panic or stress. Studying this course will be fun. We're going to make sure that you're provided with all the resources that you need, and we'll make it sort of as simple as possible and boil it down to the basics so that you can acquire the principles involved in low-rise construction in a fun and an easy way. So in terms of the assessments, 4 assessments, as you can see on the screen in front of you, there's 2 online quizzes. One is due in week 3, the other is due in week 8. You have an essay that's due in week 10, and then finally your final exam, which is worth 50%, and that will be scheduled in the exam period. So I do hope that you guys enjoy this course, and I look forward to hearing your positive feedback towards the very end.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.